at every level. So not just the video just continued, not just what you are thinking, but also what you are feeling. And that gives you two types of information to put together and analyze. To understand something in its entirety, it is necessary to have both a willingness to process and accept at every level. That was where I left off. It is okay to feel like you are repeating certain experiences or emotions. It is through this process that you gain more clarity and healing. So if you have all of the variables or more information than just one aspect, you're going to get more clarity and healing with regards to what is stopping or blocking your growth, what is blocking your success, what is blocking your learning about yourself, learning about your purpose, creating a mystery, and also blocking your rebirth. And once again, it just comes down to just sitting down and meditating. It is important to be patient with yourself and others during this process by stepping back and taking an objective approach when assessing all of the different aspects of your life. So when it says be patient with yourself and others during the process, I'm not saying that you should be patient with monitoring spirits. But what you should be able to do is be patient enough to stop and do some meditation. However meditation looks for you, so that you can mentally block out their annoying, perhaps frightening, perhaps threatening, wasteful behavior. Because according to these cards, the only thing that can stop you is you. That's right. So we have that one. That's a success. That's the learning. Now let's go to the growth. So the growth is you are growing. One second. My throat is dry. Growth. You are growing to trust yourself more. You are becoming more aware of your intuitive feelings and guidance. By allowing yourself the time and flexibility to acknowledge and honor these feelings, you are supporting yourself in having the most fulfilling life possible. That's what they're monitoring you for. Some of them are recognizing that you're becoming more aware of who you are. And perhaps they began monitoring because the things that used to trip you up before are no longer tripping you up. So it's like, if I know that I'm trying to throw a wrench in somebody's game and normally they would fall and trip, but they're not, I'm going to come back and look, because I'm trying to throw rocks and then hide my hand, and that's not working no more. So because the energy is working from a lower vibrational force, it's coming back to monitor you and see, hey, which way do I need to come now to attack? But it ain't working. Right? By allowing yourself the time and flexibility to acknowledge and honor these feelings, you are supporting yourself and having the most fulfilling life possible. So right now, even as you are going through these obstacles, you are actually experiencing the joy of the rebirth. Like, trust the process, but also enjoy the process. Your shadow self and your conscious self are actually enjoying the ride. That's the ego part of, yeah, they monitor me. Inside of you already is gloating and sees the victory. Stopping to ask yourself how you feel about something, as opposed to what you think about something, can make all the difference. You can't make this stuff up. Sometimes what feels right may not be the next logical step, but inevitably it will be what is for your highest good. So sometimes what you feel versus what you think may not be the right thing either. But in weighing the two, you at least have two bits of information to choose from and put together, and maybe come up with a third standard of guidance, if you will, with regards to growth. So that's the New Orleans deck, right? And so then we did the body deck, and that was about the arteries and the high priestess and mystery. So let's see what we have here. Okay. So the key words for the artery are mystery, patience, stillness, enrichment, and the element is fire. Once again, fire, that pulse that's in the arteries. And here's that word, patience with yourself. Here's the key word, stillness, which is in the herbal astrology deck, stillness. So the reading is definitely in alignment with itself. You are in alignment with yourself, and so busy worrying about minds and spirits from the ego perspective that your higher self can't get its due, right? Can't get the love that it needs to establish between your light and your darkness. The arteries are the blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart and deliver it to the tissues of the body. So because of this preoccupation with the mountain spirits, your heart chakra is not able to give your three-dimensional realm, your body, the love that it needs. Not to your detriment, but you could use some more love from your own heart. You've been giving out your love or your heart to other people for so long that your heart, even though you've been doing the work, could use some more loving from itself. We all know the seriousness of damaging an artery, right? If you damage an artery, you can bleed out to death in no time. I used to be a phlebotomist for many years, and if you hit an artery, or if an artery is cut, that blood will shoot up to the ceiling. If, say, a vein is punctured, you may just bleed, right? But that's how strong, it's leading blood away from the heart, so that force is strong. You're going to damage your strong chi worrying about these monitoring spirits who ain't doing nothing but wasting time. High blood pressure is one way in which this can happen. Stressing over stuff that ain't even important. People who are not even important. People who, yes, what is that called? Yes, they're sending arrows. And yes, it's hitting you. But it's not strong enough to break that bond between your shadow self or your darkness and your light. Because you've established this love of self. It requires a calm outlook to avoid that condition. And this is the energy of the card. Stillness. A beautiful day. Cultivating Buddhaing. Meditation. A patient, peaceful stillness that permits the most enriching, nourishing processes to take place, as in rebirth, as in growth. Growth from your lower three chakras to your higher self. You see the light that's at her neck? That's at her throat chakra. Your speaking voice, your singing voice. When you see this card in a reading, you are being encouraged to take a patient approach while staying alert to opportunities and changes in situation, staying alert to the mysteries that unfold within you, for you and by you. There are mysterious, can't make this up, mysterious forces at play here too. So it can seem as though several coincidences collide to give you an almost ordained outcome. When I was, just before I start reading, this card moved by itself, and it says, maintain regular surveillance, observe and check the progress or quality over a period of time, keep under systematic review. So this reading is also asking you to be a monitoring spirit to yourself, for you to monitor the progress or quality over a period of time and keep it under systematic review. That's what the other card, the previous card, said, that you needed to be paying attention to the little steps that you are taking, the milestones that you are making, so as not to lose faith, right? The universe is now moving in a way that is for your greater good. The universe is moving in a way that is for your success. Those are angel wings, right? So the universe is rooting for you to rise above your lower three chakras, up higher. You may not be aware of the oxygen that is being delivered to you through the arteries of fortune, but you will certainly see the positive end results. Once again, this 528 hertz sound is for positive transformation. Okay? And so that's the body tarot, right? And so let's go to the herbal astrology, which wanted to give all these cards. So let's start with the ashwagandha, right? That's 54. So upright, it's about finding divine purpose, or dharma is in parentheses, finding the future self, finding the success, receiving a divine gift. The divine gift is growth, right? I just realized she also has light shining from her third eye, and the circle around is the solar plexus, which is in doing. Receiving a divine gift of rebirth of love, rebirth into purpose. And so now I can feel intuitively where the reading just went into this being about you. For over 4,000 years, ashwagandha has been one of the world's leading adaptogenic herbs due to its profound ability to restore and rejuvenate the body, mind, and spirit. Ashwagandha means the smell of a horse. Ashwa meaning horse and gandha meaning smell. Let's see where that's going. And it offers you the strength and stamina of a horse. What I take that to mean is your stamina and your strength and your faith and your purpose it's positive, but the faith that is so strong that the stench will move away those monitoring spirits, right? They talk about the eagle, that I think is it crows that will attack an eagle, but the eagle will not retaliate it. It'll just go up higher to air where those birds that are attacking it cannot breathe. So they have to just fall off. right? And so by you going within and discovering what these monitoring spirits already know about you, that you know but don't know, it's just going to be like a stench that just pushes them away. The stamina of a horse while nourishing the female and male reproductive systems, right? So where was that card that had the face split in two? That's the left and the right sides, the masculine and the feminine sides, or I said left and right, so feminine and masculine sides. The Latin species name somnifera means sleep-inducing, emphasizing its relaxing and restorative properties. So by you meditating, right, there's that lavender essential oil. You may want to use lavender essential oil or lavender fragrance, or have some lavender tea while you're meditating. The relaxation is going to restore the power and force of the blood that is feeding the body, of the heart chakra, feeding your 3D realm. In Ayurveda, ashwagandha belongs to a subcategory of herbs called Medhya Rasayanas. Medhya meaning intellect, mental power, and Rasayanas meaning rejuvenating. So your intellect or your mental power being used to go within is going to rejuvenate you. Rasayanas possesses somatic, the body, the immortality, the ambrosia of immortality, or the immortality of your 3D realm, of your body. Traditionally, ashwagandha is used to tone, strengthen, and revitalize, energizing and calming simultaneously. So by you doing your meditation and finding your stillness, it's going to energize and calm you at the same time. It maximizes the body's ability to resist and adapt to stress. You may want to get you some ashwagandha, which is going to give you the ability to use your higher self to override the negative impact of how the mountain spirits are affecting you in a way that really has no effect on you, but from a 3D realm, it just can be somebody annoying you and, just poking at you. And if you're aware of it, that can affect you over a period of time. It maximizes the body's ability to resist and adapt to stress, enabling the body to reserve and sustain vital energy. And by you being able to reserve and sustain your vital energy, you're going to be able to uncover the mysteries about yourself sooner rather than later, and promoting a sound and restful sleep. Yeah, you should be using some lavender oil while you're doing your meditations at this time. Ashwagandha is ruled both by the sun and the moon. So you've got the sun, the masculine, and the feminine being those two sides equalized again. It is strengthening, regulating, immune protective, anti-aging, and mood boosting. Embodiment of the energetics of the solar archetype. At the same time, it provides restful sleep, deep relaxation, nervous system nourishment, and restoration, all of which are embodied by the lunar archetype. The nodes of the noon in Ayurvedic astrology symbolize our karmic trajectory, Rahu, or the North Node. And right now, this is March 25th, so this is the lunar full moon in Libra. And so that's the North Node. No, the North Node is in Aries right now. So the North Node is about what you came here to do. So by doing this meditation and discovering all these things that these cards are revealing, you're going to be executing your North Node, and that's what the monitoring spirits know that you are gearing up or moving towards. The North Node has messages for our future self, our destiny, and what we are learning as a soul in this lifetime. That's what this High Priestess mystery card is discovering about him or herself. And once again, this is saying High Priestess, but that can be a physical male also, not with regards to sexuality, but the energy that is being held can also be held within a male also. Ketu, or the South Node, contains our karmic inheritance. So the South Node right now is in Libra. So the karmic inheritance is about, before you were about wisdom and harmony and balance with others, but right now it's about you. The guidance for the ashwagandha, like the North Node, mirrors the potential of our divine purpose, also known as Dharma in Sanskrit. Ashwagandha contains both solar and lunar elements within it, as it provides great strength and adaptability, yet with deep qualities of the moon, such as relaxation, lucidity, and expanded consciousness. Ashwagandha reminds us that it is not necessary to fully know the entirety of your purpose in order to pursue it. You don't need to know the whole picture. You don't need to have figured out the mystery of the puzzle within you to move forward with your progress. When you're living in alignment with your Dharma, there is no separation between your inner and outer realities. There's no separation between your light and your dark. It becomes a cohesive expression, therefore granting a feeling of wholeness and completeness. Success. Perhaps you are not clear on your desired outcome, so your efforts feel unfocused or purposeless. That's not true. That's you worrying about what others think about you, what others who are watching you may think about you. You got strong purpose here. That's the 54-9 completion. Even if you've lost touch with your why, remain open to the mystery of the journey. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. Next card, let's go to the love. Upright, union, bliss, unconditional love, merging with the other oneness, nourishment, purity. In ancient texts in Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, the rose had a prominent presence, particularly in relation to police sirens. Love. There's an emergency with regards to union, bliss, unconditional love, merging with the other, oneness, nourishment, and purity. Police sirens. That's what the monitoring spirits are affecting. Your self-love and your self-worth. And because you're paying them mind, you're losing vital energy that is robbing you, which is what their intention is for the most nefarious ones. And that's why it's vital that you strongly allow your higher self to override your ego in paying attention to them. I'm going to read that again. In ancient texts in Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, the rose had a prominent presence, particularly in relation to balancing the emotions, relieving the heart of depression and grief, and treating psycho-spiritual imbalances. Paying attention to these losers, there's a police siren, is tapping into your unresolved issues in your lower 3 chakras and also in your heart of depression, grief, and psycho-spiritual imbalances, which I'm picking up some of this is intergenerational trauma passed down to you. So some of this energy doesn't belong to you. And so I would suggest using some of this meditation to go back and do some generational trauma work, which is something that I also offer. I'm going to put my information if you want to do a one-on-one spiritual counseling session, or if you want to get a spiritual reading. I certainly do offer that. The rose is sacred to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Since ancient times and across cultures, the rose was associated to love, passion, commitment, and lust. The Romans, Greeks, and occult society suspended roses from the ceiling at meetings that were held in the strictest of confidence. So the meetings that you have with yourself need to be shared with you and you only about yourself. I'm feeling the urge to tell you that you should buy yourself some roses, some flowers, some yellow roses. Roses represent all aspects of the goddess, the almighty creatrix, the ability to love, nurture, experience joy, and see beauty in all things. A popular flower that has come to be associated with weddings and rituals of union. Roses fill vases, or worn by participants and guests, and are often strewn about to bring divine blessings to the couple's love. So we're coming back into that romance. The herbs of Venus are feminine, gentle, relaxing, and balancing. So by meditating and having that stillness, you're going to be able to come into your feminine, gentle, relaxing, and balancing energy. And once again, this also applies to any males that are watching. Medicinally, my throat is dry again. Medicinally, rose has the power to uplift the mood, nourish the heart and cardiovascular system. Right. So having some rose essential oil, maybe in a bath, right, or burning it, right, will be able to nourish the strength of the blood leaving the heart and going to feed the rest of the body, especially the lower three chakras, so that there is growth up into your third chakra, up into your sixth chakra, right, to illuminate. It makes an excellent uterine tonic that supports fertility and vitality. And this can be the spiritual uterine tonic, right? To support the fertility and vitality of your chi. The antiseptic nature of rose makes it an excellent remedy for wounds and bruises. Those wounds, those traumas, those bruises that are being housed and stored in your lower three chakras that are affecting your rebirth, your success, your growth, and your learning the mysteries about your purpose. It also relieves spasms in the respiratory system. Your breathing, your breath affects your intent, your gut sense, intestinal tract, the movement of waste, of energies that are coming and dumping their energetic monitoring toxicity on you. And muscles, the things that make your body move. Rose's medicinal and energetic qualities resemble the archetypal archetypal nature of both Venus and the moon. The guidance. It is time to allow for greater love in your life. Allow the dance of trust and intimacy to heal and open your heart. Yeah, there's some lower chakra trauma that needs to be attended to. Like the rose, you are rising from harsh soil through the path of thorns and challenges. As you grow and blossom in your spiritual journey, look deep into your heart and see where you might need more love and affection. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. And I want to say that I sympathize with you. And I want to say that I am proud of all the work that you have done on yourself, and that you could have given up on yourself a long time ago. But something deep down, even in the midst of those wounds, knows that you are worthy and worth fighting for. And you are courageous for all of the work that you have done on yourself. The white dove reminds us that through childlike trust, we can navigate the most challenging of pathways with an undertone of joy and presence. And there's my little joy pillow behind me. Remember, you understand how love is the doorway, and through this sacred embodiment, you are able to birth anything into manifestation. So the love of self is going to open the door to love for yourself and in loving relationships with others. Let all creativity, all sexual and nurturing connection be attuned to the vibrational powers of unconditional love. So all types of love are waiting for you on the other side of your stillness. Right? So we got that. Let's go to this stillness that keeps coming up. Right? It's so interesting because I thought that these cards were too many and that I was potentially not even going to use them, but they are just opening up. That's what the first part of reading talked about, that as you unlock one area of you, once you get to the next level of the game, there's so much more to you that meets the eye, that is there to be not just discovered, but also where your healing of past adversity that you dealt with can unfold even more, like a flower, right? A flower starts off closed, but it opens up to reveal more beauty. So in you opening up more to yourself from the inside, using your mental and your emotional, there's the beauty of healing that opens up to the beauty, more beauty of what you hold